Yo. Welcome. Hi. I'm here. No, excuse me. Racing all across these new frontiers. Forgot it was Saturday. Well, surprise, it's Saturday. It's me. I'm very tired today. I actually got 8 hours of sleep, and then I slept for another hour, and then I went and had lunch, and now I'm in a brain fog. I am on a roll. But anyways, hi. I'm here. We're gonna do some art stuff today. I just decided, you know what? I haven't really, figured out what game I want to do next. I have some ideas, and I was tinkering with some stuff last night when it comes to video games and stuff that I want to add to the rotation. And got some stuff downloaded. Did like a cursory run through of some stuff. And I think I might do game stuff next week, but we'll get into that at the end of stream. But anyways, today's going to be very laid back, very chill. It's just going to be sitting on CSP doing some drawing. But I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so guess what, baby? Come on. Come on. There we go. Return of the wheel, baby. It's time. The wheel is back. I had a few things that I wanted to do today when it came to drawing. Couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so I was like, you know what? The wheel is just a thing now. Why don't we leave it up to the wheel? And, if I don't like what the wheel gives me, then it will reveal to me what my heart truly wants to do. So, we're going to give this bad boy a spin, and we'll see what we land on. I love wheels, they're so round. Oh, no, that reminds me. Oh, what did that remind me of just now? I think it was a Nostalgia Critic bit. Yeah, it was a Nostalgia Critic bit. I forget what video it was of his. But it's one of the lines of his that lives rent-free in my head. God, I wish I could remember what video it was, but he says something in relation to, I don't know, is it a top or something like that? I can't remember. But he's like, I love the way that it spins. Complete anticlimax, I know, but that's just what it reminds me of. Anyways, give her a spin. Whee! Let's see what we get. Oh! It was the Mysterio design! It won. Ow! I freaking hit my mic again. Okay, perfect. Alright, now we'll hide choice. We'll start with the Mysterio design. So let me get this back to CSP real quick. Let me... I'm gonna download this reference of Mysterio here. Oh, it's a WebP image? I thought this was a JPEG. Oh, you mother... Whoever... I swear to God, whoever made the WebP format should be dragged out in the street and shot. Garfield used to say that. That was like his catchphrase. For a good long while. you can believe that. Alright, but we just do this. And we're just gonna do this. We're gonna take this Spectacular Spider-Man still. Just gonna crop that. I'm gonna leave it like that. And I'm supposing that I'm gonna have to do this with this too. Nice going, Travel Boy. Well, I can't help it if we continue to go down this path of making idiotic decisions when it comes to technology. But anyways, I was listening to my favorites playlist, my music favorites playlist, you know, as I am wont to do every now and then. And I was thinking about, and I got to my favorite song in the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack, which happens to be the theme for the Guardian Ghost in, in Sonic Frontiers. You fought it in the final island. Theme song is a slap. It is a slap. Is a banger, and it slaps. And I thought, wouldn't it be really cool if... And I was thinking about the shape of... Or maybe it wasn't that. I was thinking of Ghost's design. And I was like, that reminds... Oh, wow, that is it? Yeah, it is like an old JPEG, so, it's bound to be really small. And I was like, another character that's got a similar design to Ghost, and also kind of gives me a similar vibe, is Mysterio from Spider-Man. And I was like, what if there was a Mysterio design that you kind of fused with this? I was like, that would actually make a really cool Mysterio design. And then I thought, you know what? I have a Spider-Sona thing that has Mysterio in it. Why not just make that? Just make it a thing. So that's what we're gonna do. Or at least what I'm gonna do. Wish I would strike down the street and shot. Ugh. Man, there are days, man. There are days. It's like, same, brother. But that's what we'll do. And I don't plan on putting a lot of color on this. I just wanted to sketch it. Make like a drawing. But I'm curving off of this design of Mysterio, which harkens back to the classic design that he has in the comics, and this Ghost concept art that was from the Sonic Wiki. So we're just going to start with that and go from there. I was just listening to the Ghost theme earlier. Hell yeah. It's such a good song. And the remix from the Final Horizon DLC is really good too. It is such a bop. But what I was thinking, and we're gonna get into it here. Is we're just gonna draw a little circle here. I'm gonna start with his head. Is doing this and kind of doing what they did with the classic version of Mysterio. Is the goldfish bowl head, but instead of having a cape, and I probably should. And now I'm considering, where do I want to start with this? Because this is supposed to be just a costume. There is supposed to be a person in this, so I don't want to stretch it too far to the point where it's like, oh, how could a person actually feasibly wear this outfit? While granted, it's like you are drawing a thing for a world where people have spider powers and there are lizard men walking around. So it's like, I don't think it matters all that much. It's honestly such a cool idea for Mysterio. I'm jealous. Yeah, well, yeah. My brain just makes abstract connections, and I just, you know, am like, you know, that is cool. Why don't we do that? Anyways, but yeah, he's kind of got this thing going on. There's still like a part for the dome to rest on, right? He still has this. I don't know. What pose do I want him? It's like I was going to just make this like one of those typical reference poses that I usually like to make, but I kind of want to do something a little different. Yeah, you know what? We'll just Despite you'll make something even cooler. It will be subpar. No, don't sell yourself short. I think some of the stuff you made is pretty freaking cool. I still think Nova's really freaking rad. And recently I had an idea for fan art that I just haven't been able to give much thought to it because I've been so preoccupied with life. First of all, just drawing where the body's gonna go. Get that tied down. We'll kind of do a similar pose to this still that I got. Oh yeah, and instead of doing the cape, it's going to do the thing that Ghost has, and the kind of seen on like I don't want to say Pope outfits, but like a preacher outfit. I keep wanting to call them epaulets, but that's not right. What I'm thinking is, it's like a cloth. Almost like a cloth poncho, and it kind of hangs off of him like this, and then there's a thing that drapes off of it the front like this, kind of like that, and then it drapes off of him like this. But it's kind of gonna be like that. What is the next part I drew? Okay, no, it's not that. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to Control T. We're just gonna size this down just a smidge. This a little smaller. Give us some more room. I always start big and then I go smaller. Nova's a pride of mine, especially considering they're my self-indulgent Neji-san OC. Yeah. Yeah, we all got one of those. That's kind of what Sparks is turning into for me. Less than edgy OC, but more like is my boy. Because for a while it was Dusty was like the one. He still kind of is. But compared to the flames of passion that I have for making Spark stuff now, it's like he's kind of been a little bit surpassed by him. What am I gonna do with his legs? Starting over. I think I want to do a thing where it's... Would it be like this? No. Or would it be like that? How about you shape the hand like that? Woo! A little too far. I was thinking... kind of doing a thing like this. Or no. Yeah, this leg goes down. Or no, I think it would be better if this leg was pulled up. This leg's pulled up. This one's pointed down like this. This leg's kind of like that. This leg's kind of up here like this. What's kind of doing to this. This what's kind of... Actually, no. Would be like that. Oh, this is press. Hold on. Close all my tabs. No, this is Press Garden. Huh. I forgot that this song was in here. Interesting pose. Thank you. I don't know. I was gonna just do like him just, I don't know, A posing or doing like a or him just doing a like a really showy kind of like, ta-da, kind of deal. Because Mysterio, Quentin Beck's always been like, he's like an actor and a special effects wizard. So he's always got a knack for the theatrical. So, you know, he's always kind of got this. I don't know, would it be like that? No. How would you curl? Would the thumb be curled out towards the... Be like this, I think. Fingers doing this. Yeah, kind of like that shape. But he's always got a knack for being like over the top. So it's like, you know, have him kind of do a, no, look at me. It feels just kind of natural. And also, I think I kind of wanted him to, I forget what character it was. From Overwatch. I can't remember who it was. I keep wanting to say it was Moira, but it was somebody different. It was somebody that was in the game, like at launch. Who, I want to say it was the monk robot guy, whose name escapes me. But there's one of his victory poses that he has where he's holding balls of light. And he's kind of doing like a this thing with him, and his head's like here. He's like striking a very interesting pose. And if I were smart, I would have looked it up. Zenyatta. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because he's the spiritualist, like android guy, right? Because he does the way they animated his victory animation, where he's like holding, he does like this ball of light thing where he like conjures it, but then his hands kind of do this where they the animation terms are kind of escaping my brain right now, as per usual, where there's like a it's like an overextension of your pose, and then it eases back into like the natural. There's a term for it, but the way that it works and how his hands move in a circle before they ease back into like their natural resting place, I don't know, it looks really cool. And the pose itself is really neat. And I was kind of wanting to try and reference that. Okay. I don't know, I kind of like this. We'll save it for later. Alright, I'm gonna look it up now. Oh, yeah, I think this is it. Hang on, can we open new tab? Yeah, I think this is it. Hold on, let me get this up on. Yeah, it's the robot monk with the orbs of unity. Yeah. I know the image she's talking about. Yeah. It's I think it was this frame right here. I think. I don't know. I'd have to watch them again, but pretty sure that's it. Yeah. What up, CSP? There we go. Oh, boy. brain fog going now. I'm so tired, even though I slept for so long. I overslept. That is the term you want to call it, yes. Yeah, because he's kind of got his arms. Doing like this. He's got like the orb like here. Oh, why did I draw it on the same layer? I should have put it on a different layer. It doesn't bend up like that. No, it bends back. Right. Because it comes down kind of like this. Yeah. And his hand kind of does this. Oh, what his fingers doing? Yeah, his fingers kind of have this kind of bend to them. Yeah. I feel like I am waiting. Yeah, and I think his legs are doing a twist. Oh no. Oh, I see what his lower half is doing. Yeah, because his knees are out like this, but they're kind of... You can kind of see him like that. I have to watch the whole thing to probably see the follow through, but it's kind of like that. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Actually, we'll put him at 50, and then we're gonna scale him down just a smidge more. Because now I got a better idea as to what how I want to do this. Personally, for whenever I'm going to design my Mysterio version, I'm going to take Sigma from Overwatch as my reference. Who is Sigma? Oh yeah, this guy. Oh yeah, it's the guy with his grippers out. Yeah, I remember people. Yeah, that's right. Because I see his design and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when people were talking about him. And then I was like, oh yeah, his feet are also out. That's another reason why people were talking about him. Huh. Yeah, I think he'd make a very good like design influence for Mysterio. He's got that orb thing going. Thankfully, there's some skins where he has shoes. Oh, thank heavens. Yeah, I always worry about, it's like, I don't know, there are characters out there who always have their, like, their feet out, and I'm like, aren't you worried about your toes getting hurt, bro? And for some characters, like, I don't know, like Luffy, it's like, okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense. He's got like a beach goer thing going for him, so it's like, you know, he's got like the sleeveless button-up shirt, you know, or in some cases he just has a button-up shirt on. And, you know, he has like the shorts and the sandals and the straw hat, so it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that he looks like that. But when the live action adaptation came out, they're like, no, we're gonna put him in actual shoes because we don't want to injure our actor unintentionally. Because it's like, could you imagine fighting in sandals? It's like, ugh, that's a great way to mess your feet up. Alright, but I kind of want to do one extra thing. Because I can't help but shake this idea out of my head, so we're just gonna do it, where his silhouette is I'm just gonna put the center line on his helmet. It's like, I don't know, won't look complete without it. It'll just bother me. Where he's kind of big and boxy a little bit. But it's not because he's actually just a big guy. It's because his outfit is just kind of big. I think I can excuse Tarzan not having shoes. Also true. There's another good example of, you know, a character not having shoes. And in, like, in the Disney movie specifically, it, you know, you could say, oh, how does he not hurt his feet? It's like, well, you see any rough ground he ever walks on? It's like, dirt is soft and there's no thorny plants anywhere, so naturally it's like he's not gonna hurt himself walking around. We'll just put it right here on Ghost here on the concept art in the background. I'm going about this in kind of an odd way. Very different from how I usually do it, but for the sake of getting this thing made, I gotta do it this way. Because I imagine him having a big body shape like this. I don't know, having his hands behind his back. And the soles of his feet are probably concrete. Yeah. Be able to, like, carve his name into him or something like that. Okay, I think we just gotta resize him just a little bit. Yeah, get him down to about here. And then he has, like, for lack of a better shape here. He's got his feet here. But he has, I'd say that he's got, like, I want to say that he's got big boots on. Because I think I'd also want to go kind of spaceman-y with it. With his outfit. Where his outfit at least would be kind of big and puffy. This is gonna be a bad art day for feet, I think. Not liking how this is shaping out. I do kind of like what I actually managed to achieve here. This is actually pretty okay. At least not down here. Up here, though, I really like how this turned out so far. This wood is going to bother the hell out of me, though. It's supposed to be like this. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm starting way too high up. That's kind of a problem. Having a my brain don't work good. What happens when you're doing stuff while out by sleep, having too much of it. I should just redo this leg. Oh, my leg. You know what? We're just going to leave that for later. But we're going to go and take my red pencil now. And we're going to go up here. So he's kind of got this thing going. Hold on. I want to get the important thing down first. So instead of having just a cape, he's kind of got, like I described, he's got like these tassel things hanging off of his outfit. similar to Ghost's tentacles. Kind of goes up like this. And they kind of drape off of the side here, because he's got kind of like a shoulder pad thing going. Because how I pictured it in my brain space when I initially, thought of the combination of the two, I kind of like to imagine that it's kind of like if Ghost just opened up its tentacles and then just draped itself on a mannequin, kind of like that. And whenever like Mysterio does any like wacky magic special effects, these little tassels will he'll be like, I'm gonna cast a spell on you, blah blah. I'm just doing an antler, a deer impression. His tassels kind of do this thing where they'll flare out like this, and you'll see the ones off of his back too do that, while his body is kind of underneath doing a ooh spooky. It kind of does that thing, and I think that would make a very interesting silhouette, is having it do something like that. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Stop being so good at designing. No, I refuse. I will not stop. I might tinker with these arm portions though, just a little bit. Probably just to anchor down what kind of shape I want them to be. But the one thing I did want to keep though, that I love about classic Mysterio's design, and it's in some of the more recent ones too. I think to Spider-Man 2, the video game Spider-Man 2. At least the console versions. I don't know if he's in the PC version, and I know he's in the handheld version, but in the handheld version they use his classic design. But in the console versions of Spider-Man 2, they have the eyes as like the pins for his cloak, and I still want that. They'd probably be sitting like right here, right underneath the helmet. And then I feel like I want to do the thing with Ghost, because the thing with Ghost is the eyes, because I think the majority of the Guardians and Frontiers have this, where the eyes are these like round shapes set in these black features, or at least it's kind of close to this, because I know Squid's whole thing is he's got like a body like this, and his thing is like this, and then he's got his tail drooping off of him like that. He's got a little thing like that, and his eye is a triangle right in the middle of his head, and the tail is the light trail that you run on when you chase him. I feel like that would kind of be the eyes for Mysterio would be these, but I'd want his helmet to do a similar thing to the texture on the not the Guardians. What do you call the Giganto, Wyvern. Oh, what would you call them? What are they called? The Titans, duh. Is it kind of does the whole Titans texturing, where on some parts of the Titans, the texture like pulsates, and it forms these giant, like these geometric shapes. I kind of want his helmet to do something like that instead of it. Maybe it also being glass, but maybe it's like, I don't know, like black or like tinted glass or something like that, and it would kind of change shape a little bit. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here, but I think it'd be really fun if it did stuff like that. I'm also just doing stuff at 30. My brush size is at 30, so I can't really do anything precise. I should save my more precise stuff for when I actually shrink the brush size down. But I always keep my pen stroke at like 30 when I'm just blocking stuff. That way it keeps me moving. I'm not doing as much I'm not doing as much detail work as I should be, and it keeps me moving on just the general shape of things, and I'm not sitting there trying to get details in, because it's hard to make details when your brush size is really big. So it's a way to encourage me to not stop. Okay, I think, yeah. I got the leg shape done. Look at that. And it only took me like a few strokes and a zooming in and doing a few strokes. And bada bing, bada boom. I got somewhere I want it to be. But I'm just not too great at drawing feet in perspective like I wish I was. I'm not sure if this is the direction that I want to take his feet anyways. Do I want the foot going in the opposite direction, but just not by a lot? Yeah, that's the thing, is I keep making the foot too big. Because I go past the point that I want to... Because it's supposed to be like here. Here, it's the upper part of his foot. It's the toe and that. I think I might just be agonizing over something that not a whole lot of people are going to be looking at. Just like that, the Tome Tiger Lily fan art that I made recently. I agonized over that, over the foot. Again, it was feet in perspective. I was agonizing over her right foot. Her right, not my right. Because the toes weren't looking right in perspective, and I just agonized over the shape of the claws and the directions her toes were pointed. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Not a whole lot of people are probably going to be staring at her feet. You know, certain people don't. No wisecracks, please. So I'm just going to make it look decent and then just move on. And ended up looking okay. This. If I do that. Yeah, I draw back that part that I erased. Okay, yeah. And I need to. There we go. Okay. Oh, it looks a bit better. Okay. I'm satisfied with that. We're going to just leave that. I am going to do one more thing, though. And this is just... Because I think... I want to do this real quick, though. I'm going to take his head and I'm just going to size it up just a smidge. Push it down on his torso just a smidge. Just a tad. I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm going to zoom out. Look at it at a distance. Lean back in my chair. Yeah, I said it looks pretty good. Yay. That was some really good art. Or still really good art. I was especially a fan of the angle of the toes. I'm glad. Yeah, because originally her toes were pointed more towards her left. And I was like, nah, that doesn't look right. It looks like her foot's being kind of bent in like half, like horizontally. It's like, that's gotta really hurt. So I was like, okay, I need to push the toes a bit further out so that way it looks like her feet are still straight. I haven't, since I haven't talked about this yet, I completely mishandled that art, and it made me sort of it has encouraged me to not make multiple pieces in the same file, because I'm going to go, just so that way it's in the forefront of my mind here. I'm gonna go to my Tumblr here, because it's like the first thing I see whenever I, well, not anymore, I reblogged someone's art, but it's like one of the first things I see when I, there we go. So I'm looking at it. Oh, I just realized you can see the bottoms of the... I don't actually have... Oh, well, yeah, I can't center Clip Studio in my... in the window of my capture, because it's... The thing itself isn't... I'm gonna have to work on that. I'll do it later. Anyways. So when you look at the upload, whether it's on Instagram or Tumblr, I included like the main piece, like the finished colored thing, and then a couple of sketches. The background that I made for the full colored piece, there's actually two versions of it. There's the final that's on there, and then there's this version here. I ended up doing 2 takes because I was thinking about doing like a geometric thing where it's like, oh, the background is just like a window that you can kind of see where they're standing, and so I made it like a triangle. And originally it wasn't dirt; it was the path, or no, it was the brick texture in Versacolor Village that originally I had there as the ground, and there was going to be like buildings and stuff in the background. But then I changed it to being this more like abstract kind of like painted background. But here's the thing that I did that was dumb, because I was working on the 2 sketches and this finished piece on the same file. And I finished working on one sketched piece, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a save as, and then I'm going to close it, reopen it, and then work on some of the other things. Not realizing that I had finished all 3 of the pieces at once, and I didn't like save the file itself in a finished state where I could just reopen it again and then save as all 3 versions of it. So I had to redo the background of this piece into the version that you see on my socials. And because I didn't finish the background, I also had to redid the background, and I also ended up posting the last sketch, the one where, you know, Sparks is holding on to Tiger Lily's face and going, you played all night, you stayed up, why didn't you go to sleep? That sketch was supposed to be like actually finished. Like, you're not supposed to see any of the undersketch. The really dark gray that I used for Sparks, his mask and his hands, is supposed to be lighter, so that way it matches the sketch prior to that. But because I didn't save it, you ended up getting this unfinished version of it. Because I'm a fool. So that is why it looks like that. But other than that, I really like it. I like how it turned out. And I posted it on Tumblr. One of the few times I ever posted any of my artwork to Tumblr. And it got a like and a reblog, which I'm very proud of, because I didn't think it would actually get any attention on Tumblr, but it did. And I am amazed. I'm looking at it now. I realized I didn't color in the... There's some corners I didn't color in. Oops. Oh well. Such is the life of an artist. But anyways, I'm really proud of it. I didn't realize you posted it on Tumblr. I've only found out now. Oh, yeah. It's not something it's not something I do regularly, but I kind of want to make a habit of it. Despite the fact that Tumblr is like, we're doing the whole generative AI bullshit that you got to opt out for. Most of the, from what I've gathered, most of the Tome fan base is active on Tumblr. It's either Tumblr or Twitter. And I was like, okay, if I want this piece to get like any sort of traction, I kind of need to post it where, I kind of want to post it where, you know, people of the, you know, of this fan base in particular will actually see it. So I posted it on my Instagram like I normally do, And then I threw it on Tumblr as well. Despite the errors in saving, it's still fantastic art. Yeah, I'm still happy with it. It's like, it could have been better, but it's like, I'm still proud with how it turned out. And it's just a thing to learn for later. Whenever I get to making more elaborate pieces like that later on. Okay, we're gonna make a third layer, and we're gonna go to my pink. We're gonna go back to here, shrink it down to 15, and then we're gonna add some details that I'll do the thing. So, the eyeballs, his eyeball pins are gonna be here. I think I'll just do the almond shape with, or like a diamond shape. Almond, diamond, is whatever. And that'll be the eyes here. Or not. I don't know. Now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it. Because the other thing I was thinking about was doing the thing where it's like, where Mysterio kind of does the ghost thing and has multiple eyes in his helmet, and it like projects stuff in there and stuff like that. I don't know. This idea isn't like fully baked. I just got some random ideas and kind of ran with it. Because I don't even have the full outfit figured out quite yet. Because I know that that underneath this castle, this tassely cape dealy, he'd have like a coat, like under here, but not like a jacket or anything. But he'd have like additional layers underneath this. So that way it would have, multiple layers like this, and then he'd have like big baggy pants with like some big shoes, kind of like this. Kind of like that. Because I'm a firm appreciator of the spaceman Mysterio. I've liked that look for him. I think it's a very fun look. And I guess, and since I'm on the subject of Mysterio, lore-wise, within my Spider-Sona stuff, Mysterio is still, ooh, maybe I kind of want to do that instead. Undo. Whoop. Mysterio is still, an illusionist character. I did toy with the idea in my brain of him having actual magic and being a magic related character, but I kind of feel like it would be a bit more fun for him to remain an illusionist and to maintain to maintain his like my brain is starting and stopping a lot right now. Thank you for having grace with me. It's good. I wanted him to kind of be, oops, that's the wrong layer. To actually have magic, but it's like I wanted other characters to do the magic thing and have him maintain his expertise as a special effects type of guy. And the idea of him being a special effects guy was like enticing in a way that I wanted a character that within the lore Spider Shock couldn't deal with, but Painted Spider could. So when Shock initially fights Mysterio, or like they meet, Shock is initially like, "Oh, it's hey, look, it's a spaceman. Hello, spaceman. Where's Yuri Gagarin? And where's you and Yuri Gagarin? I think you're late for your first trip to space." And he's like, "I am Mysterio, the psychic man," or whatever. And the minute that Mysterio starts doing his magic, quote unquote, Shock's spider sense immediately goes on the fritz. Like, he can't... It kind of feels like he's getting bombarded with radio waves or like static, and it overwhelms him completely. And he's like, what's this feeling? I can't understand this. My spider sense doesn't work. I'm being attacked by all sides from this thing I can't understand. Is he actually magic? It's like, who is this man? And then he like gets his butt kicked. And so he meets up with Painted Spider, and he's like, "You need to be on the lookout for this guy. There's like an actual alien man running around. He's got like these powers that I don't understand how it works." And she's like, okay. All right, I'll look into this guy. We'll see what's happening with him." And she goes up and she fights him, and he does his illusion thing, but her spider sense isn't tricked by it. She can see straight through it. And you learn that his illusions generate an electronic, or like an electric field that, you know, it's kind of like an not like an EMP, but it basically generates a strange static field that allows it to like have form and stuff. And it messes with Shock's spider sense, because his spider sense is more tied to electricity and kind of the electric flow in the air. So, you know, him fighting against him, he's kind of useless because it throws him off. But Painted Spider, her spider sense is more precognitive. It doesn't have that sensitivity to electricity, so she immediately is like, "Oh, none of this is real." It's like, none of this is real. I can see right through it. I can understand where it's actually coming from because my spider sense is attuned to threats that are actually coming towards me and not, you know, not tied to any electricity or anything like that. So she sees right through it and then beats his ass, and then kind of rubs it in Shock's face, being like, "Hey, you thought he was magic. You thought he was an alien." And he's like, "Shut up." It's like, it was very convincing. Stop. So that's kind of the lore behind Mysterio. I don't know, maybe they'd meet up with him later or something like that, and he's like, they actually meet like a magic Mysterio or something like that. You're too creative. Stop it. Leave some for the rest of us. I'm sorry. I at least try to do my part and try and share it, so that way it's, you know, you can enjoy it. I don't know. It is. To be honest, though, it is kind of nice to hear that, you know, my ideas have some form of creativity. Because I talk about this before a lot, where it's sometimes, you know, you get that imposter syndrome and it feels like you're a hack fraud because you borrow a lot from stuff that you like, and it's like, oh, somebody's probably already thought of this idea, or they don't think it's cool, even though it's like, I don't know, because it's something that I think is cool, but maybe somebody else doesn't think it's cool. But, you know, it's relieving to know that, you know, it's at least halfway decent. Guess stop making good story ideas. No, I refuse. The trick is you tell me to actually make them. Then that's when it's like, Because, good lord, I can go days and days making up fun stories and all that, but then you say, okay, bet, make it, and I'll go, I have a thing. And then you never hear from me for days on end. And it never happens. Because I am but one man with by my own admission, brain problems. And does not really help in the creative side of things, because it's like, how do you make things when your brain doesn't want you to, even though it wants it? It sucks. Now I'm looking at his legs. Whatever. Agonizing over details again. Stop it. How is my Eldritch Cultist Mysterio meant to compete? That's actually a pretty fun idea. Having your Mysterio actually be like a leader of a cult. I don't know, my guy is just an illusion man. I don't even have a reason why he does it in the first place. Because Mysterio himself, in a lot of the mediums, he kind of does it because he's like spurned on by like either jealousy or he's like spurned on by being jealous, or he does it to make money. Because I think in Spectacular Spider-Man, speaking of Spectacular Spider-Man, because, you know, this is I pulled this reference from there. I'm pretty sure he does all that stuff because he's like a thief or something like that. So he's like, he uses his illusions to like trick people into thinking he's like magic, and then, you know, he like steals things. And he works as part of like a group, I think, in that show. I also remember his debut episode has a Stan Lee cameo in it. That show had a couple Stan Lee cameos in it, I think, now that I think about it. Oops, I drew on the wrong layer. Oopsie. Okay, thankfully it wasn't a lot. Okay. Is it that one? Yep, it's that one. Okay. I need to actually draw on the right layer. one have the... Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna... Boop. And we're gonna go back to my pink pencil. Back to black. Back to black. Wrapped in black. But anyways, I kind of feel like my Mysterio would probably be the same thing. It's like, I don't know, he's probably just a guy who was hired by like a group of like thieves or something like that. And maybe his whole deal is like he's like a theatrical actor, but he's like a more classically trained guy. So he's less a big showboat with an ego, or maybe he does have a showboat with an ego, but it's like more like I am a thespian. I can recite whatever, and I played roles of great caliber. I am to be respected, or something like that. I don't know. Again, I haven't really given my Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery like a whole lot of thought. I just know I'm like, there's a Black Cat, there's a Mysterio, there's the Lizard, there's the Doc Ock. Puma's in there because nobody remembers Puma except for me because I played the Spider-Man 2 handheld video game, and boy howdy, Puma's boss fight was a fucking mess and I hated it. Shocker's in there because I like Shocker. I thought about putting Hydro Man in. Rhino might be in there. Sandman too. I don't know. I just haven't really thought about the Rogues Gallery. I do have like a loose timeline. I have it in my notebook where I kind of was like, here's all the points I kind of want to hit with this story. There's the Venom arc. There's like the first swing, his great responsibility moment, how the spider bite works, him meeting other heroes, so on and so forth, and having all that kind of play into it. And I have a loose timeline that I need to actually like put into order, so that way there's like a timeline for it, and also have it kind of make sense, because even though that this lore is something that I'm not really going to make a whole project out of, I still kind of want to make a timeline to it where certain events lead into other events. Like the Superior Spider Shock arc leads into the Venom arc in a way, by way of like, oh, Superior Spider Shock has the Iron Spider arms. Or he does the thing in the comics where I think Superior Spider-Man had 2 arms instead of just 1, or no, instead of just 1, he had 2 arms instead of 4, and Superior Spider-Shock uses 2 arms, and then he gets defeated, they steal his technology from him, and then they repurpose his arms into an Iron Spider arm suit for the Spideys later down the road. So, it has events that play into each other like that. So, it's all linked, it's all connected. My Mysterio just got chosen by a Chaos God to bring unbalance and deception to the world. Maybe a little different to being a thief. Yeah, it's a little different. I think it'd still be fun, though. Because now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, there's something fun to be had about a guy who's like, I have chosen you. You must lead your following. Just stir shit. Bring chaos. Just go out there and do crazy, wacky shit for me. Make me happy. And doing the fishbowl helmet's just like, aye, aye, Captain. And then it just goes out and just does wacky, close to harmful stuff. like kind of like a screwball maybe, where it's like, I'm just here to fucking stir the pot, man. And and Spiderwave is all like, no, you're gonna hurt these people. And he's like, it's for the joke. Do it for the vine. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. That's just my interpretation of it. That just popped in my head and I thought it was pretty funny. Collaboration. I say collaboration, but I'm just spitballing here. Really, at the end of the day, it is up to you to decide what they do. Just like how it's up to me to figure out what I want to... If I have this right. I don't know, I think it's centered enough. Stop being creative now. It's leaking into my work. Stop! Stop! You stop that creative shit right now. There's another internet bit that lives in my head. That JonTron Birdemic video is friggin' poisoned me. Stop! Because he did do that bit in other videos where he's like stop, because he did it in the Goosebumps video. But the one that I remember him doing it that got me started on saying it was the Birdemic one, where he gets to the sex scene in that movie, because there's a sex scene in Birdemic, if you can believe it. And I don't even know if it counts as sex. I think they just make out. I don't know. I haven't seen the whole movie. But yeah, they get to that scene and he's just like, oh, stop it. No, I'm serious. You stop it. You knock that foot shit off right now. Alright, I am 45 minutes into this movie and I haven't seen any goddamn birds. Cut to bird crashing into building, making a plane sound. No, I take it back. Go back to where there weren't birds. The library's fucking flooded, Traveler. This is no time for jokes. Why aren't you helping? Grab a bucket and start bailing this out. I can't. I'm too busy making up headcanons for my fan stuff. For my fan works. And making esoteric references to internet comedy from the early 2010s. Okay, I think I've got a good start on this. I think I'm going to sit on this just a little bit more. And knock around some ideas. But I think I got a good start on this. Because I just wanted to get started on this idea. Just sketch out ideas and get a path laid out. But I like what I got so far. I'm gonna just leave this file as is, because I do have a lineup for all the Spider-Sona, like the Spider-Sona characters that are like the good guys. I have the good guys lined up, and I'm almost done with it. I started working on Power Woman, Jessica Jones last night, and I wanted to add her and then Betty Brant. and then that would be like the end of it. Even though there's like like 5 more characters after that that I'd put on there. Hank Pym, Hope and Hope Van Dyne, and Janet. Yeah, Hope, Janet, Hank, and Scott Lang are part of the lineup because they get referenced in there as well. But that, I don't know. Well, no, that's right. I don't know if I was going to put them in the thing or not. But I was going to finish Power Woman and then Betty Brant, then call it good, and then work on the villains. I don't think I will make this the villain lineup. I just wanted to make Mysterio, or at least get started on Mysterio, because I just had this idea and I wanted to run with it. So, and I did. So, I'm not gonna. This isn't the end, obviously. Well, I say obviously, but this isn't the end of the stream. But I am going to just do a quick save. Oops, I saved it as illustration 3. I didn't want to do that. We're gonna save this as Spider Sona Mysterio Concept Whip. Done. That's what I wanted to save it as. And I'm just gonna close this real quick. I'm gonna open up my file searcher, and we're just going to go and delete that illustration 3 file because we don't need that. And then we'll give the wheel a spin and we'll work on something else. This is my music tab. I don't want my music tab. Where's my image tab? There we go. Illustration. Oh, it's up here. That's right. Your files are in alphabetical order, dingus. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. How's the alphabet go again? There it is. Delete. Move that to the recycling bin. Okay. Okay. Let's get the wheel back out. Let's get started. Give it another spin. You're lucky I like the things you like because I would have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, it's like I said, my brain is very esoteric, and I have just a wide swath of things that I like that I just reference offhand. And I say random stuff to just make myself laugh because nobody else is gonna make me laugh. So fuck it, I'll make up my own jokes to make myself laugh. A true Ray Nervaez Jr. in the making. Because he used to, and still does, he'll just say a joke and then laugh at his own joke. Which is me coded to the extreme. I look forward to seeing the finished project in the future. Looks so cool. Looks cool so far. Yeah. I just want to take some time and like just think about what I want the outfit to look like. I have a general idea, but not enough to like continue on stream. It'll be a lot of me sitting there staring at the file, hands in front of my face, like hands, head on chin, or not, whatever. You know what I mean. Just sitting there staring at it, going, what if? No. Scratch. Watches YouTube video for a half hour, comes back to it. Yeah. Scratch. And then it's basically pretty much that for an hour. Or 2. Or 3. It's pretty boring to watch. So, I will save that for off stream when I can actually work on it a bit more. And, finalize the ideas in my head. Anyways. Let's give the wheel a spin. Looks more like an illustration 4 to me. Yeah. Nobody likes the number 4. It means death, don't you know? Oh, I was secretly hoping for this one. Random generated Pokemon. Yes. Okay. Let me... I'm going to put CSP back on the window real quick. Go here. We're going to hide choice. Random Pokemon generator. Thank you. Alright. Randompokemon.com. Generate one Pokemon. All regions, all types. Pokemon that are not fully evolved. Legendaries are good. Sprites, no natures. Allow for all alternate forms. No. We're just going to go for basic Pokemon. Alright. Oh, I have the thing open now. It's boop. Okay. Let's see what we get. And roll it. Gorbis! Hey, there's a Pokemon that I like. I like Gorbis. Okay. We're drawing Gorbis. File. New. Color. Can we? Yeah, we were gonna change the. I want to change the paper color on this. On my canvas. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Speaking of Gorbis, I need to look up reference for Gorbis. Gorbis. Pokemon. Was this Pokemon ever featured in the anime at all, outside of, like... Multiple Gorbis made their main series debut in the Evolutionary War, under the ownership of the residents of ABC Islands. That's right! I remember that. I remember reading the synopsis of that episode on Pokemon.com. They used to do that. They used to have episode synopses on their website. And I'd read them all the time because we didn't have TV. Gorbis was part of Juan Sitopolis City Water Exhibit. Okay, and 4 Gorbis were chased by a Huntail on land, in the sea, into the future. At the end of the episode, one of them fell in love with the Huntail, much to Dugong's disappointment. Okay, so it did have some major appearances in the anime. Ooh, Gorbis deserves some love. Yeah, because I feel like Gorbis is one of those Pokemon that kind of gets overlooked a lot. Nobody ever talks about it. Huh. And in Generation 8, it learns Draining Kiss. You know, I feel like it would be a good contender for being like a Water Fairy type. Oh well. Alright, we're gonna open image in new tab because you probably can't save it because web PNGs are the devil. Oh no, it's a PNG image. Wow, good guy Bulbapedia. Thank you, Bulbapedia. Alright. Gonna open a clip file. We're gonna open downloads Gorbis. And we're just gonna do a little bit of this. And we're gonna put it right. Put him up. Close that. Okay. We're gonna put you down there though. Okay, and put you down to 60 transparency. Okay, and I've already got a fun idea for that. But real quick, it's bio break time. So I'm going to just run to the bathroom real fast, and then we'll draw some Pokemon, or we'll draw this Pokemon. So, anyways, BRB. Okay. Okay. All right. CSP is opened. All right. All right. We're gonna see. Put this back up to 30. All right. We're gonna see if this pose that I wanted to do, if it's something I feel like doing. Welcome back, Trevor. I also just got back. Excellent. I also went and I got myself a water too, just in case I'm feeling a little thirsty. So we're gonna just draw. Let's start with a circle. Why not? We're just gonna worm on a string in this thing. I know that the like bivalve like clam parts on Gorbis are meant to be like, it's like a mermaid clam bra, right? I always looked at them and I always thought they were hands, like pressed up against the underside. I don't know why that, why my brain's like, no, it's got to be hands, when it's like, it's a fish, it's like an eel. It doesn't need hands. Okay. All right. So this shape is something I can get down with. I'm cool with this. I do need to shrink it down just a smidge though, because Gorbis got fins. I don't want them trailing off the canvas. I prefer them being hands over the implication of fish tits. Yeah. I think maybe that's where my brain went to. I don't know. Where it's like, I don't know. I guess it's just weird to have an eel shape that is literally just a line. I don't know. I like when fish have like fins that are like hands, And do a little this, and a little this, and a little bit of that. Do a little this. There you go. And there's Chin Chow. This is another one of my favorite Pokemon. You like Gen 3 perchance? Oh. I don't know if you're asking genuinely or not. Because I don't know. I kind of talked about this a bit. I don't know if I mentioned it a lot in the Pokemon ranking that I did a long time ago. But yeah, Gen 3 is all-time favorite Pokemon generation. If I were to rank them all, if I were to rank my favorites, it's 3, 2. Would it be 1 after that? Might be 1 and 4 are kind of a toss-up. Or they share the same bracket. Yeah, it's like 3, 2, 1, and 4. 5. No. It'd be 7. Then 5. And then... Oh, where would 8 go? Hang on. Let me write this down. It'd be like 3. Right? And then 2. Because there's 9 of these. It'd be like 3, 2, then 1 and 4. And I really like a lot of Gen 8's Pokemon. It took a little time to grow on me, but I like a few of them. I say a few of them. I like a lot of them. Some of them there's some real winners in 8. Yeah, it'd be like 3, 2, 1, and 4. I know 6 is like down here. 6 is like at the bottom. I'm not a big fan of Gen 6. I like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That came out in Gen 6. But Gen 6 Pokemon themselves, not a whole lot of them hit for me. Which is kind of a bummer. But it's down there. Which leaves, let's see, it's 5, 7, 8, and 9. 5. Actually, you know what? This one will be pretty easy. 9 would go here next to 6. I don't have... Just based on the fact that the 9, that Scarvy are kind of busted-ass games. They're kind of a mess. And a majority of the Pokemon designs don't really hit for me. There are a few winners in there. I like Sprigatito. Palafin Finizen is one of my favorites. I like Palafin in, like, base form. It took a while for the hero form to kind of grow on me. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty okay. I think it's kind of neat seeing it in motion. Clodsire is really cute. But, I don't know. For, every 1 or 2 Pokemon that are in that game that I really like, there's, like, another one where I'm like, ugh. And the fact that overall it's just a bug-ridden mess. It's like, nah. I don't know. Then probably 5. 5 would probably go here. I don't know. I feel like 5... I feel like these ones here just kind of sit like here. I think. I think kind of like that. I don't know. And there's also, like, the metric of, like, how do you rate them? Do you rate them on Pokemon designs? Do you rate them on this or that or the other thing? And I don't know. There's some of them that would probably sit on, like, the same level of a bracket if I were to, like, measure them out. I should really finish that Pokemon tier list, because I still have that tier list saved. I just need to go back and look at it. Although I think I may have deleted the bookmark I had for it. Oops. But I should really just finish it and make a definitive list, so that way I have something to actually refer back to when people ask me. Fun enough, my least favorite generations are 2 and 3. I just don't look at the designs and think, now that's a Pokemon I love. Yeah, and to that I say, like, to each their own, really. Because, yeah, I grew up with Gen 2 and 3, and those designs, because I grew up with them, mean a lot to me because they were part of a formative part of my life. So I have a lot of attachment to them. But generations like 5 and 6, I didn't really grow up with those. So I don't have that kind of attachment to them like I do the other ones. So a lot of those I'm like, eh. Or a lot of, like, 5. 6 especially. 5 has the advantage that I was like tail end of college when that game came out, so I was still relatively young and still in what you would consider a formative year in my life. Hang on, I need to tilt the canvas on this thing so I can get this bottom antenna fin feeler thing looking right. It had the advantage of coming out at a time where I was a bit younger and I still had the misty eyes for the Pokemon. And Gen 6 came out in an awkward time where it was like, yeah, I'm kind of over it. The games look kind of generic. The Pokemon are pretty cool though, but there's only like 1 or 2. Like, there's like a handful of designs that came out where I'm like, these are like really beautiful. I really like these designs. I can't even remember the Gen 6 starters. What were they? It's got to be really obvious. Oh, it was Greninja, Chestnut, and Fennekin. Yeah, those ones. Ugh. Yeah, I barely remember them. And Greninja, like, got into Smash. And Greninja's like Strider Frog. He's cool. Yeah, but I just don't remember a lot of Gen 6. So, and 7, and then 7 and 8 have the benefit of coming out as an adult, where I'm an adult now, and I'm like, I can look at things in a different light, and be like, oh, I look at it in X or Y way, and be like, oh, I like it for this, and like this or that. Oh, actually, then you know what? It's a good question. Is Gorbis's tail a disc? Is it a disc or is it ovular in shape? Questions. Internet, tell me, is Gorbis's tail a disc shape? All signs point to yes. According to this screenshot from the anime, it is a disc shape. All right. They really planned Greninja to be the cool starter. They left no room for the other two starters who I prefer more. Yeah, I like Greninja, but it took me a little while to grow, to like let the other ones kind of like grow on me. It's like I like Fennekin's evolution, and I think Fennekin itself is really cute. And Chestnut took me a while to grow on me too, because when Gen 6 came out, they were all like, hey, you get to pick a Gen 6 starter and a Gen 1 starter. Ooh. And immediately I was like, Bulbasaur, I want you. Bulbasaur, you're my friend, my pal, my buddy, my friend. I want you on my team. So I was like, well, I guess my grass situation is covered, so I guess I don't really need a grass starter, so I'll skip Chespin then, and I'll just go with Froakie. And for my fire starter, I got the Torchic that was distributed at around that time. So it's like I had all my bases covered. All right, I'm just gonna do this though. I'm just gonna take this. I want to do this. And we're just gonna. I want to do this. No, that's not exactly what I want with that. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Not quite like that. There we go. That's a bit better. But I didn't really dig Chespin until later. And it's funny because there's an artist that works on Big City Greens that I follow, who's also a big Pokemon nerd. They go by, I think it's Gabby Rodea on Twitter. And they're a pretty big Chestnut fan. And they draw they would draw Chestnut as part of like their team, and their drawings and interpretations of that Pokemon are like really cute. And I was like, okay, I can see it now. You've convinced me. Chestnut's really cool. Quilladin, however, still sucks. Quilladin sucks. I hate Quilladin's design. Quilladin is terrible. The faster you get through that design, the better. Chespin's cute. Chestnut is cute. Quilladin, it sucks. I'm not even surprised you follow them too. Oh yeah. I didn't start following them though until when my one interaction with their artwork and just their work in general was when the Mario Kart 8 DLC was announced, I think, and they fully revealed that Sky Garden from Mario Kart Super Circuit was being included as part of the DLC, and everybody was like, finally, Sky Garden in the DLC, excellent. We get a remix of one of the best Mario Kart songs ever, don't at me. And they being Gabby, was like, they posted something, I forget what they said, they posted something about Sky Garden getting in, and I was like, yeah, I'm really excited about that, because I replied to their tweet, and I was like, hey, I agree, I think it's really cool that Sky Garden got in, it's one of my favorite tracks, and I'm really glad that people will get to hear this song in like a really nice form. And I think they took it the wrong way, because then they got really mad at me. And I was like, no, because I forget exactly, because this was a while ago, and I forget what they said, but they took it. I feel like they took it the wrong way, and they were like, well, I think it's really good that X, Y, or Z is a thing. And I was like, no, I agree. I was commiserating with the fact that it's really good that this song got in, and I can't wait to hear it in the Mario Kart 8 like jazz style. And then after that, all their tweets have their replies restricted. So I don't know if it was my fault that they chose to do that, but it does make me a little sad that my one interaction left a bad taste in their mouth when I was not trying to be mean. So there's my Gabby Rodea story. I think Quilladin is actually quite cute. Yeah, my problem with Quilladin is, and I think I said this before when I was doing that ranking thing. My one problem with Quilladin is its face. Its face is just terrible looking. Everything else about it, I'm totally okay with. It is just its face. It looks absolutely terrible in that one spot. You change its face just a smidge, like a little bit, and I'd be okay with it. I'd be on board. The rest of it, though, it's fine. The face, yeah, as it stands, no thanks. But, everything else, though, it's okay. I like Quilladin, except its face. Its face is terrible. It needed more time in the drafting room. I need to. I need to change the lines here. I think I might actually just put flats on this. I might actually go over ink this and flat it, because I got through this pretty quickly. Because I don't know how I want to imply the roundness of the clams on the shells, the clams, whatever, on its underside. I don't want to say its chest. That's not its chest. It's an eel. It doesn't have one. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, and I didn't mean to, but it's like, what can you do? Though it's funny. That wouldn't be like the last time that I accidentally did that. Because I think I told this story before. The like the Meek Cheap story, or like, did I? I can't remember if I did. Yeah, this is kind of perplexing because I mean, if I put this here, I don't know. At this point, it would probably be like this. Yeah, because it would probably end up being like this because you're looking at it from there. Yeah, it would be like along there. But it'd be right up against the edge, like here, probably. Yeah, would like run right here. But yeah, I can't remember if I told the Meat Cheap story or not, but it's... When it comes to leaving bad impressions on people, I am just the absolute king at it. Without even trying is the thing. It's like, I don't even have to try, and I can... It's like, right off the bat, people will be like, ew. And I'll go, no, wait, no, that's not what I meant. Which is why I'm usually very... When it comes to interacting with people online, I get kind of cagey about it. Because it's like, I don't want to have a repeat of history when it's clear that I've learned from it. And it's like, it's less that it's something that I've learned. It's like I've learned from and grown from, but it's still a thing you have to maintain, right? You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks that that no matter how hard you try, you can't completely escape it. It's something you just got to maintain. Anyways, enough about that depressing crap. Here's Gorbis. I'm going to clean up the lines here, and then I think I'll just throw color on this sketch, and I'll just call it good. And I'm just going to erase some of the guidelines here. Looks pretty decent. I just want to clean. I'm going to clean up this line. We're just going to take this. We're just going to go around here, do that. I'm going to clean up the back line, then thicken up the lines around the eyes. There we go. Never interact online ever because this interaction is a lot of work. Ugh. Don't I know it? Yeah, and it makes me like upset how easy it is for some people to like keep track of people and to like interact on a regular basis, because I'm just awful at it. Especially nowadays, because everything is like, I don't even know. There's like, because you know, you have like Discords and stuff. You have places you can hang out with people, but I'm always a person that prefers one-on-one discussions when it comes to interacting or hanging out with people. It's like, whenever I'm in a group, I always feel left out, because it's, you know, people form within a group, you know, people already form like the discussion circles, you know what I mean? And once those are formed, then it's like, oh, well, shit. And if you're on the outside and, you know, you're on the outside, you don't have any way to contribute, then it's like, well, guess I'll just die. I don't have anything else to add to this conversation other than, you know, my presence. So it's like, well. Whoa. Computer, you're scaring me. So yeah, it's hard for me. So I tend not to do it too much anymore. It's like, if people are interested in what they want from me, they'll come and say hi, and if not, then they'll interact in a way that makes them feel comfortable. Because I know deep down that I'm not exactly not like interesting in conversation and the like. So it's like, you'll see the things that I do, and then naturally you'll probably be drawn to what I like to do. And you know, we'll just leave it at that. Because it's like, I don't know, I know how to make small talk. I know how to look at a person and be like, oh, I know what we can say to like get a conversation going, keep the ball rolling. But that is something I learned while being in like the presence of a person physically. On the internet, it's a bit harder because you don't really know a whole lot about what has gone on in a person's life, so you can't really make any inferences about what they like and what they don't, unless they have something, you know, they wear it on their sleeve, or you're like in a space dedicated to one thing or another, so you can kind of make that assumption and be like, oh, I know what you probably like, because you and I are in this shared space together for this one particular thing. Let's get my pastels back out. Oh, whoa. Or do I want this one. Yeah, I want that. Yeah. I'll do 50. Do 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 do. There's only one person I interact with regularly. Daily, actually. My best friend. And that's always nice to have that in your life. Because I used to have that. Where it's like, you know, you got that person you love talking to. You see each other often enough. You hang out enough in a certain circle that, you know, you see each other routinely enough that you just... And you're compatible enough on a personality level that it's... you know, you just want to be with each other. Where's the pink that I had? It's right here. There's something I wanted to... Yeah, here it is. We're gonna lock the transparent pixels real quick. I'm gonna put this back over to white. I'm just gonna do this. I'm mixing the colors. No. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, scratch that. I'm just gonna take the eraser and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna do this. Just gonna erase this and this. Dun, da da da. Maybe I should try using this pastel thing more, because I'm seeing the way that it blends color together, and that's really nice. Actually, really nice. Oh, and of course it's a friend in. It's a friend in pencil. Yeah, I should have figured. Man, I really should use some more of these. No, not the colors. Look, children, the colors, the colors. I want something with a smoother line, so I think I'll just stick with my friend and brush. We'll put it at 20. A little bit bigger? Yeah, we'll go 50. Then we'll just take the eraser, we'll do this and this. Voila. Real quick though, I'll just do this, that. A little bit of this down here. Just smooth out some of this. Oops, some of that. Just a little. There we go. Just get some of the stray lines. Okay. There we go. A little doodle of Goribus. Gotta stretch. Whoa. Gotta put my hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Okay. Whew. Additionally, I just had the most peculiar idea for my spider sona. Ooh hoo hoo. Additionally, it's a damn good Gorbis. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it turned out. I'll probably be posting this one to the socials afterwards, if I remember. Let me look at... Let's see, we've been going for 2.5 hours. Okay, that's pretty decent. Well, what do we got left on the wheel here? Let's see. Sonic Sparks update. Okay. Viewer suggestion. Tome fan comic thumbnails and the Spider Sona lineup. Do I feel like giving the wheel a spin, or do I want to do something else? Because I am kind of winding down on the stream here, and I don't want to start something big. You know what? We'll do one more roll on the random Pokemon generator. And we'll do that. We'll do something similar to this. And then... Oops. Oh, actually, no, that's not a bad idea. We're going to put... Hold on. We're going to put this in a folder. This will be... that. And then this will be the next Pokemon. So we'll do one more Pokemon, and then I think we'll call it. So let me go here. Internet browser. Okay, Pokemon generator. All right, let's roll for a Pokemon. And go. Sandslash. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, let me... Alright. We'll look up some reference for Sandslash. And we'll draw a little Sandslash. Ending off with a whoosh. That's my sand sound effect. Yeah, or with a crunch. Because you know if you happen to eat sand, it gets all gritty and it's crunchy. Or you eat clams. Eating clams, there's a lot of grit in clams. That's why I don't prefer to have clam chowder. It's because clams are very gritty. Yes. And we're going to put that down there. We're going to start Sandslash here, and Gorbis is going to disappear. Alright, and we're going to see if I can draw Sandslash. Go back to my friend in pencils. 6B, black. Size 30. Alright. Let's do it. Ending up, yeah, with a whoosh. I was actually practicing my wind sound effects a little while ago. Because, I don't know, I was kind of doing some vocal stimming. And I was just, making noises while I was making dinner. And I was doing wind. And I was like, that actually sounds really good. It's like hang on. It was a... kind of like that. And I was like, oh, that actually sounds pretty close to what wind actually kind of sounds like. I can't have clam chowder because I don't eat seafood. Ah. If I ever need wind sound effects, I know who to hire. Yeah, I think... I don't know what got me started on it. If it was like... If you've ever heard of Michael... I think it's Michael Winslow, I think, is the guy's name. Dude has incredible vocal range, and he's great at making sound effects. And I don't know if it was him that got me started on it, but I don't know, there's just something I really love about imitating sounds. And, I don't know, sometimes I like to just sit down and be like, how do I sound like this? And I'll just experiment with it and see how close I can get to it. And sometimes it's like, it's watching other people, and other times it's like I just hear the sound and I go, oh, if I know how to make this sound, if I can make a sound similar to that, then I can make it sound like this. So, send slash... Hold on. Let me do some... I'm going to leave my circle here, though. Sand slash's head is like... It's circular, right? I put it like about here. And then I draw his snout like this. Eyes would be about here. He has a thing like here, and a few spikes off of his head like that. And his body is circular down here with like a little thing like that. And then he has spikes like that. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. Okay. I only know Gabriel lose fast. Michael Winslow. Here's some homework for you. Michael Winslow is an actor. He's been in movies such as Police Academy, Spaceballs, and I think he was in Police Academy too. I can't remember if he was. But if you look up like Spaceballs, Michael Winslow or something like that, you can see some of his, some of his. I bet you they have scene compilations from it. But look those up, because dude is impressive. It's so impressive how he's able to do sounds, especially the scenes from Spaceballs. He gets like a minute, I think, of screen time in that movie. Don't worry, Miss Trevel, I know who he is. Oh. Make me look stupid. Yeah, but I appreciate the lesson. Yeah. Just trying to illuminate the masses. But yeah, I greatly appreciate his talent and his work. watching the bottle, appreciate it. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. There are days where I feel like I'm kind of the odd man out because, like I said, my media intake is very esoteric and kind of is very esoteric and weird, and there are very specific gaps in my media consumption that I feel like are filled in a lot of other people's like, I don't want to say like vocabulary, but in like within like their memories, they've had exposure to all these different forms of media while I have not. So while I'm like, I remember watching the Jeff Foxworthy stand-up specials, and it's like nobody knows about that stuff except for me and like maybe a handful of other people, but clearly people that don't run in the circles that I run in. But then they'll be like, you know what Homestuck is, right? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, has not seen or read any Homestuck. So it's like, and even then, they're like certain obvious community stuff there. It's like, oh, this is something that we know for a while, and I just don't know it because I wasn't in the community at the time. So it kind of leaves me feeling a little, I don't know, left out, I guess. So it's like every time I bring up something that I feel like it's something very specific to me, I always feel compelled to like explain it so that way people will get what I'm talking about. And then I just feel embarrassed when it's something that's like, oh, everybody knows that, obviously. It's like, oh, right. Of course. I know Homestuck, never looked into it. Yeah, and I tried to read Homestuck once, and then I fucking fell off because I couldn't figure out how to freaking read it, because it's a very interactive form of media that I just could not wrap my head around. Okay. All right, we'll draw. I don't know what this guy's pose is going to be. How am I gonna pose this guy? I think maybe he's like turning and looking at us, the viewer. His body isn't that big. It's smaller. Actually, you know what? We'll just draw the circle and we'll size it. I will size it accordingly. Mr. Traveler, I only know the things you know because I'm a massive dork like you. Yeah, I guess it's true, the age-old adage, takes one to know one. I only needed to like cross paths with another major dork to you know to feel, I don't know, understood, I guess. Oh, the music. Yes. Yes, please start the next song compilation, please. Thank you. Oh, I don't know how big I want to make this. It's about the same size as his head, so it's like about yay big. I can make adjustments later. This is just the under sketch, so he's kind of got this thing going. Kind of got this. his shoulders are like... Oh, well, he's got a tail, too. He has a big tail. I say big, but it's like big for a... whatever he is. He's called a mouse, right? Sandslash is a mouse Pokemon, if I remember. If I remember right. Hold on. Sand... No, not sandals. Sand... Huh. Thought he was a pangolin. Yeah, I think he's based on a pangolin, but his like description in in universe is a mouse. Yeah, he's categorized as a mouse, but I'm pretty sure you're right. He's a pangolin. Oh wow, this old art of Sandslash is so funny looking. Oh, it's fan art. Okay. That's why it looks kind of weird. Anyways. But yeah, he's classified as a mouse Pokemon like Pikachu is. But he's all spiky. He's spiky. He's pointy. Alright. He's got little feet like a this. He's got pointy toes. You're just insulting a fan's work. How rude. Well, I didn't mean it like that. But there was a point in time where there was a point in time where the official Pokemon art wasn't rendered, you know, like this. And it was flats with like very hard cell shading on it, and that was like the art style for the time, until they started doing this in this style. I don't know if this is, because I know it's not Ken Sugimori, but they hire other artists to draw some of their promotional art, and it looks more like this style with this particular rendering and all that. But there was a time in like Gen 1 and Gen 2 and I think 3, I don't know, it kind of persisted for like, I think the first 4 or 5 gens where they had flat colors with hard shading, and that was like the promotional artwork style that they had, and they all had really basic ass poses for all the Pokemon, and that one thing that I saw looked kind of like it. One of the stars to my region is a pangolin. Well, armadillo with pangolin elements. Yeah, there is. You know, you're right. There is like a difference between like pangolins and armadillos, aside from the fact that it's like, oh, one's got spikes and the other's got. Actually, no, they both have shells. Because I don't think pangolins are spiky. They're round. But the way that their bodies are built are different from each other. Yeah, both are adorable. True. Very, very true. not liking my pose. I'm just gonna undo all of this. I think I'll have him like this, because you can still see his tail. So I think I'll have his tail kind of down here. It's still kind of long. Which is not represented in my battle hard starter with a lust for blood, but that's besides the point. You cannot write a list with a list for blood. Okay, and then we'll do this. You know, the more I work on this guy, the more kangaroo coated he's starting to become. Which I guess is fair. I mean, kangaroos are just giant rodents. Actually, they're marsupials. But I guess, aren't marsupials like aren't they rodents? It's like a, not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles. Got a spike coming down off of his shoulder, which would be like about here. And then he'd have spikes. He has spikes. Would be kind of like this. I want his... Would his tail be covered up still? Yeah, because then he'd have a... Yeah, because then he'd have this, like that. Little known fact, if you remove the spikes from any creature, anything could be a kangaroo. Yeah, I suppose. Though I doubt they'd be able to hop like one. They could look like one convincingly, but I doubt that they would be able to do the exact same thing. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm liking what I'm putting down. I like it, I like it. I like it, I like it. I'm just gonna draw some lassos around this excess stuff. Probably wouldn't have the kick of Satan either. Yeah. It wouldn't be able to bust in your rib cage. Or look like seriously jacked, like that one. That one kangaroo. Alright, I like the shape that I've got for him so far. I think I just need to... I want to lay in some more quills. Maybe in the back somewhere, or maybe extend the lines of these quills here. So that way it doesn't look as bare here in the back. But I've definitely got the silhouette that I want. I am down to clown with that. I just need to, and then we're gonna iron out the whole feet situation here. No, that wouldn't be right. Yeah, because I want to be able to see. Because you need to be able to see his other foot. This just needs to be rounded a bit at the bottom. Okay, and then just a soup. Swoop. A soup. Nobody told me there was soup involved. Alright, and then there's the quills, and I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Round this one out. Round this one out. And then this one will go here. Do just sort of scattered around on his back. Alright, for the final bit, it's going to be his arm. So I think what we're going to do is he's just going to be chilling like an ice cream filling. This. Run that out a bit more. Okay, erase that. And this. The chill music and calm drawings make me sleepy. I demand you stop at once. Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if this will... I don't know. Here. Happy music about a good dog. Maybe this will perk it up a little bit. I don't know if this is gonna get flagged or not. Because I'm not sure how stingy Capcom is with their stuff. But lately I've been playing a lot of Ghost Trick, and my eyes immediately opened more low. And speaking of eyes opened, it opened my eyes to the wonderful soundtrack that is Ghost Trick. And there are some great tunes in this OST. I can just play a few of my favorites here. Here's a good one. This is the song that plays right when you change. It's when you're in the middle of doing a puzzle. That piano chord. I love that. It's so good. That coupled with the just the really fast tempo of the music, providing urgency. Top tier. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. And then there's the next one, which is the countdown when you're reaching your time limit. This is some damn good music. It's good. The Ghost Trick soundtrack is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the variation of Fate Changed. Ugh. Take a listen to this. It goes for like an Ace Attorney kind of deal, where it's the same theme, but it's sped up even more to provide even more urgency. I just love this. You get the gears turning in my head for that mystery stuff that I really want to write. It's like, oh man, I really want to write a good mystery to this music. But anyways. Yeah. Then back to this. And it's literally right in the middle of switching tracks. That's funny. And that was something I actually debated on doing on stream, was sort of biting the bullet and then getting the Ghost Trick re-release and doing that on stream. But I settled on just playing the original release that I bought some time ago. Just playing it on the DS. Okay, going here. We're gonna polish up the lines here. I'm gonna kind of go a little off model, and I'm going to draw the snout all the way at the end of the face because I like the way it looks. It looks kind of neat, I'm not gonna lie. Go. Fill in the eyes just a smidge more. Man, it's crazy. I'm looking at this drawing now, and I don't know, I look at it and I'm like, hey, that's Sandslash. That's like a Pokemon. And you want to know what's crazy? I drew that. It's like, damn, dude. I've come a pretty long ways from drawing Voltorbs and Jigglypuffs in my sketchbooks because those were the only Pokemon I knew how to draw because they were just circles. But it's like, look, man, you know how to draw Pokemon. You can do that now. Damn, Daniel, you can draw Pokemon. Okay. I think I can safely say that I can get rid of this face shape here. Alright, we can bring this back up to that quality. Damn, that is a Sandslash, man. That is a Sandslash. And I betcha he knows how to use the move Slash. And he will score those critical hits. God, look how cool he is. Damn. Wait, you drew that? I had zero idea. Yeah, it just appeared on my screen here, just magically. Hard to believe, right? I mean, he's not perfect, but hey, I look at it and it's Sandslash. Where's my friend in? Yeah, here it is. Oil pastel on paper. Yeah. Autism be damned, my boy can draw. Damn Skippy, I can. Oop, oop, oops. God, now I'm thinking about fucking Danganronpa abridged. Oop, oop, oops. My finger slipped. No trial for her. Probably. What am I doing? Hold on. Beep. I'm gonna do 100. Yeah. 100? Nah. 215. gonna do this. Yeah, we'll color in there. Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, I'm coloring outside the lines. Nah. Forget what they told you. Be a rebel. It goes against everything they told us. Be evil, smoke, drink. Alright. Then we'll bust out my size 50 eraser. We'll just... go along here. And we'll just clean up all the color. This is the pinnacle of anarchy. Yes, true chaos. I'm getting all the evil points right now. Watch me cruise on up to that upper pathway and shadow the hedgehog by coloring outside the lines. He wouldn't even dare. Black Doom would look at me and go, "Oh shit. This guy's coloring outside the lines. I can't handle him. Shadow, deal with him, please." And Shadow would be like, "Yes, Black Doom, I would. I will." And then he grabs an eraser and cleans up my artwork. It's like, no! You cleaned up my work. How dare you? He's like, "I was born for this. Cleaning up other people's artwork. Making sure you're drawing neatly, within the lines. This is who I am." Or something like that. Right. We're going to take this. And we're going to take the hard brush. We're just going to... Ugh. Hang on, we'll make this a bit smaller. Get more of a circle shape out of it. There you go. Then we're going to eye drop this blue color here. Go back to, that's my G pen. I want the brush. Then we're going to just do this underneath it. Actually, you know what? We're going to put it a layer above. Because I don't think I made the eyes dark enough. I thought off black would be enough, but it was not the case. Lines need to be a bit darker. And we can leave a little soft edge around the highlight there. What we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to go up to my brushes. I'm going to take my blender brush here. And just real quick, we're just gonna go right along the edge like this. Just gonna soften it just a smidge. That just to soften it just a smidge more. There we go. Yeah, not the best, not the cleanest, but does its job. Yeah, my Mysterio would be proud. Aw, shucks. I'm glad I would be a high-ranking lackey in the occult Mysterio cult. Occult cult. That's not redundant at all. Okay, on this layer we're gonna sample the cheeks, the cheekies. Where's the pastel that I was using? Was it Friendle? Yeah, it was Friendle. It was oil on paper. Oil pastel on paper. We're gonna go 25. That's good size. Okay, and his start right here. Cheeks start like right here. Goes down the tip of the nose here. The ultimate life form needs the colors inside the lines. Yeah, because you know at the end of that game he ends up becoming a good guy anyway, so it's like he would, you know, demand that you colored inside the lines. It's what Maria would have wanted. Was there any other? His tum tum kind of needs it. That's okay. We'll just do a little bit more. There you go. And we will just default to white for his claws, I think. Dang, I think he's almost done. We just got to get the brown for his quills, and then he'll be done. The question is, I think it's this brown. I think that's the brown for his quills. It's like a neutral. Okay, we're gonna put him on a new layer that's underneath this, on top of that. Now I'm thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm thinking of Lithe Arrow's Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough. Now I'm just thinking about the animations. God, they're so good. I'm thinking of I'm reminded of the one that Zarel did. It's that one in the... Is it Soulgen? The CG one where Shadow goes, "Mr. President, your life has been spared. For now." And I think it's Alfred who's voicing the president. Goes, "Oh God," and with every breath he does like a butt thrust. Yeah, it's so funny. And then the other, he's like, "I don't know why, but I feel like my life expectancy is going to drop in the next 5 minutes. I don't know why, but I feel like my life expectancy is, I feel like my life is about to end in like 15 minutes from now. I don't know why." Well, there you have it. Yeah, that's a sand slash if I ever did see one. Is there anything I want to change? We love a good animation around these parts. Indeed we do. In this household, we stand good animation. There might be something I want to change, though. Sit tight here for a sec. There it is. I do want to kind of take this... There we go. Oops, different layer. There it is. Okay, just gonna go here. Okay. Touch this up just a smidge. This is the quills. There it is. Stills on paper. Right here. Just fill that in. Yeah. gonna take my folder here, put all these layers in here, hide this. We're gonna take the Gorbis drawing, sand slash. Oh no, you're too big. They're both too big. Man, I don't even know if I'd be able to fit both of these on Instagram or not. I can't stick them both on the same file or the same thing unless I make them really small. Oh, and I need to close my... Yeah, don't save. Oh. Ooh. I stretched and all my joints popped. Ugh. Whew. Okay. Well, first thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna save. I just made 2 really good Pokemon and I don't want them to disappear. At least not yet. This is going to be Stream Dudes Pokemon A, we'll call it. Amazing art of Sandslash and Gorbis, but you're viewing it from very far away. Yeah. Or they're just really, really small. I heard every joint. Yeah, that was my elbow, my shoulder, and my what do you call that joint? It's not a joint, but it's the bone that keeps the front of your rib cage together. It technically floats there. I used to know the name of it, but I keep wanting to say scapula, but that's not it. But yeah, sometimes when I stretch, I go and that pops every now and then. I'm getting old. Get the bone. Yeah. Alright. But these guys will get posted later. I'll put them on the gram. And maybe I'll put them on Tumblr too. I need to make a habit of posting there now. And I have this neat little thingy called Postyburb that I downloaded a while ago. And you're able to queue posts to certain websites with it. And I really want to start using that. So that way I can queue stuff. But it's like, I don't know if if I like make enough artwork to really justify making it or using it. I don't know. Maybe if I ever do get in the habit of doing that, I'll start using it more. But anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap us up there. Yeah, we're gonna close the random Pokemon window. Then we're gonna reset the wheel. Yes, we're gonna remove the wheel. Yeah, just reset it. Yeah, and then we're gonna call it. Phew. I've had a fantastic time, Mr. Traveler. I'm glad. Even if you tried up the creativity vault. Yeah. I did, like, I drank the ocean. Or no, like the meme where you drink up the ocean, where the guy's like, he takes a straw, dips it into the water, and then he starts drinking the water, and then it cuts to like those CG environments with the water level dropping. Yeah. It's just me in the vault. Just. Yeah, that's me. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna do the outro now. Because I'm done. All the other stuff I want to work on is, his Super Kami Guru, that creativity. Yep. Mal, watch me drink up the ocean. It's a bit salty. Mal, give me something sweet. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. It's another, just a chill stream. We were just drawing some stuff, doing some doodles. Having a good time. I at least finished a couple of drawings on stream, so, you know, kind of counts. You know, because I started just making a sketch that I didn't really finish. And, requires a bit more brainstorming, so we'll do that off stream. But, you know, it's nice to actually draw and make and then finish something on stream. So next week, I think we're gonna get back into the gaming stream thing. Hit the gaming stream thing. Because I feel like I've done enough now. The burnout has kind of subsided now. I'm ready to jump back into playing some video games. I don't know exactly what I want to start. But I do want to at least try and juggle like two, 3 or 4 video games. There's at least 3 of them that I'm really itching to play for the stream days. And I have one of them queued up on my PC. I downloaded it last night. And the other ones I am going to... I've got on my consoles here. I just need to actually get the discs out and put them in and reinstall them. Because the one thing I want to do is I want to play some other games, but they require me to move my consoles around. And I kind of mentioned this, but I have to move consoles around on my desk since I don't have that much space like I used to. So I want to play the games that require me to use the consoles I have out now, get them done and out of the way, so that way I can unplug them, like clean them up a little bit, because it gets kind of dusty around here. I don't clean too much, you know, because I'm kind of busy and tired a lot. Get them cleaned up, put away, and then swap them out for some other consoles. Like, for instance, I want to get my Wii U back out, and I want to play some Wii U games, and not just Wii U games, Wii games as well. I want to get it back out, and I want to play some games on that. And let's see what else. The PlayStation, my PlayStation 3, I want to get that back out, and I want to play games on it as well. So that's kind of the plan. So I want to get the games that I want to play out of the way, and then move on to something else. So that is the plan. It's been fun watching. Yeah, I'm glad. It's nice to hang out and get all the, you know, get the creative stuff out, talk about creative stuff. It's fun. It's a great time. It's a groovy good time. I look forward to everything planned. Awesome. Yeah, we're just gonna see what I feel like in the mood starting, because I feel like juggling 2 or 3 games in the meantime. Or at least doing those 3 games at once. So that way I don't just focus on one game and then play it for a long time. And then, get tired of it and then get bored. Because I'm here to have a good time. So, anyways, that's the plan. And that'll be next Saturday. Maybe we'll do a double stream next week, maybe. It actually depends on what's coming next week. 26th and 27th? Yeah. I don't know. Because I'm always open to double stream certain weekends. And my energy is in an okay spot where I feel like I kind of want to do it. But we just have to see, because that's like a week away. Hard to know where my head's at in a week. So that is the tentative plan. So gaming stream next week. I don't know what it's going to be, but it will happen. And I hit the mic again. Oops. So that is the plan. So let's see. Who's online right now? Oh. Yo, hold up. Kick of the Muse? I follow them because of Tome. And they're streaming right now. They're playing Genshin Impact. I want to... You know what? We'll go and say hi. So we'll go and we'll do we'll do a cheeky raid. All right. So let's get that queued up. All right. All right. So let's raid like we're in Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. Anyways, so thanks for joining me. It's been a wonderful time. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching this far. I appreciate you. And thanks for checking out the VODs. And hopefully you have a great rest of your weekend if you're here live. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, or morning. And hopefully I'll catch you somewhere out there in the multiverse. So until then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you around. See ya!